You so slow sometimes. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Husband or husband.
Right when you said that, yeah. Hold on a second. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? They can hear me. They can't hear you. I thought it might have been the app. Are you on the laptop? Are you on your phone?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you now.
You hear me? Okay.
Yes. Oh my God.
What's going on?
That's got to be annoying.
Very annoying because I'm like, wait, how can you hear me? But I have to put it on what is it called? Airplane, because people will constantly call and they don't care. Call. So can you guys hear me? Everybody, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Ted says yes. Ken Smith says yes. Hello in the building. Diane here.
Goodness.
Hello. Okay. So since you guys
Hi, everybody. How are you guys?
all right. So sorry, the first time I was dealing with stuff from my car accident. Just don't even want to get into it. But we are going to start listening to the rest of the second part of Dawn's interview. Make sure y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. Let's go.
Okay, should we say something first? Like, this is part
We can
two.
hear it.
Part 2 interview with
I know
Dawn Wells, and once
People
again,
don't like when we call it an interview. So how about just part 2 of chit-chatting with Dawn Wells?
there you go. And once again, thanks, Dawn, for giving us your time.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
We can hear you.
Okay. As I'm sure you have seen, your sister-in-law, Rose, went missing about 11 years ago. Of course, I'm sure you've seen it. Some people are trying to tie you or your wife or both of you and somehow think that maybe both of you are responsible for that as well. I wanted to ask you, where were you and your wife around that time? Were you guys questioned in that at all? Or how did that kind of go?
We were questioned. We was in Arkansas, and we just had, was just born. And so we was in Arkansas. I was working in Missouri at times, and Fayetteville, Arkansas, Bentonville, Arkansas, pretty much all over doing the same thing I do now, just doing construction.
Hi, TD. How are you?
Yeah, she just disappeared. They found her car parked somewhere. She was supposed to go to a bar. They found her car parked at a gas station, and that's the last time anybody ever seen her.
Okay. So you were in a complete different state than Rose at the time?
Yeah.
And your wife as well?
Yeah, we was busy. Was a newborn at that time. So, yeah, we was pretty busy with that.
Okay, and you both were questioning it, but obviously, if you're both in different states, clearly you weren't.
Right.
So,
right, absolutely.
Well, I will leave that at that. I think that's.
I just want to ask, what was the three of yours relationship like? Like, did you know her? Because it was Candace's sister, right?
Yes, Candace's half sister.
Like, were you guys close at all? Was Candace close with her? Do you know?
I know that her and Candace was close. It was her favorite, sister and everything. But I never met her before. Never met her or anything. I wouldn't know. But I know she was really nice. But I've never talked to her.
You never met her, but
anything.
you know she was really nice.
A lot of people think that Candace hated her sister, Rose. But then when that Chris went through your house, we had all noticed, everyone watching, seen right away in the kitchen, there was a picture of Rose. There is a picture of Rose hanging up there. And so, you don't do that if you are, like, you hate someone, like people are trying to make it sound like. So
no, that really tore my wife up bad. And then she's been dealing with that for years. It's been hurting her. Now Summer's been abducted, and so it's been horrible for her. She's really dealing with a lot. I mean, we both are, but it's taking a toll. I can tell she's. And then with what Chris and others have done, she don't trust nobody no more. She don't want. I tried to get her to come with me, and she's like, she just don't want to trust anybody anymore. And I apologize.
No, don't apologize. We understand. It's totally okay. We get it.
Yeah, she's afraid of everybody now. She's all messed up inside.
Has every right to be. That is okay. The other thing they're saying, Don, is that when there was EquuSearch and the private search parties that were coming in, there's rumors going around that you only allowed searches around certain areas, but that you didn't allow your whole property to be searched.
Yeah, actually, I never got to meet Dave. I called him yesterday. I talked to him and tried to get him, TBI and their information, get them their phone numbers. So we're trying to get him back. I said some things about David Rader, and I was wrong. It was somebody else that was doing an interview with him, and I didn't know who Dave Rader was at the time. But it was that other guy, and I don't know his name, that was saying that when he seen my video, his hair just stood up on the back of his arm, on his neck or whatever, and he just knew I was guilty. And I thought it was Dave Rader, and so I had to apologize to Dave Rader for that, because I didn't know which one was which at that time. But yeah, I've been in contact with Dave Rader. We're trying to get him back now. See if they can help us search, around our hills and everything with the new evidence that we've got and stuff that I think that you've got now.
Yep.
So we're trying to get him back. I'm sending him all that information and everything, and got him in touch with TBI in Hawkins County.
Pez says that's a lie because Candy knew who he was, and anybody knows who this man is. Like, so serious. Anybody knows who this guy is. So for you to be like, oh, I was on the phone with him, and like, stop. Pez says Candace saw Dave Teaser and his crew at the pond. She knew who he was. They knew who he was because they knew who he was. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened? I hope I'm not deleting anybody. I didn't mean to delete anybody if I just did. Because I clicked something and I don't know what I did. But hopefully everybody's safe. You guys are safe? You guys are good? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so let's go.
All right, so we're hoping. I don't know if we should say anything about all that.
Not yet. We'll wait.
Yeah.
We'll wait on that. We'll do that a different day. Give TBI a little time to do their thing. Yeah.
So yeah, but you didn't restrict anyone. Like you let them search wherever around your property.
Oh yeah, from day one, they've been more than welcome to search all our property. They've searched it, at least 6 times, and then they come back a few more times to search. And Yeah, they're more than welcome to come back. There's no problem. Yeah, I don't know what else to say on that, but
Nope, that's.
Yeah, we just want to clear that up because some were saying that you were only allowing them to search certain areas on your property. So we found that really weird.
yeah, they didn't have to have any search warrants or anything like that. You know, we haven't retained no lawyers in regards to Summer's disappearance or anything like that. We don't have anything to hide. They're welcome. Chris, on the other hand, is not welcome because he turned it a nightmare, you know. Made us look bad in every way.
Yeah, he mad at Chris. He's mad at Chris, y'all. But hey, Chris was just asking questions, but he's mad at Chris. So I don't know.
I'm not trying
He's
to.
mad because he's telling the truth. That's why.
So the things he's trying to say.
I'm on the fence.
Yeah,
I'm on the
understandably.
fence. Yeah. I need proof.
Okay.
I'm not.
Out that they noticed on June 15th that your daughter Summer has had candy, orange soda pop, a slushie at Sonic, but people are now, I'm sure you've read.
Wait, she said an orange soda pop. I thought they said the orange Fanta soda pop was grandma's.
See why they keep lying?
Huh?
See how they keep coming up with different stories?
This is what I'm saying. They said because Hunter was like, I don't know where this soda pop came from. Gave him the benefit of the doubt. Later on, it came up that it was grandma's soda pop. Maybe she handed it to her and said, okay, take a little sip or whatever. But the candy did come from grandma giving her some candy. So all these discrepancies about this orange soda pop.
She didn't give her candy in the car. She gave her a piece of candy when she was at her trailer.
But Hunter said that the candy on the couch, on the chair, was from grandma giving it to her.
Oh, so she had more than one candy, as they put it.
She had
a candy.
So who am I to say that she didn't have so much candy that she felt like frolicking in the woods? I'm not going to say that. So let's continue. Wait.
Pez go ahead. That's what I was going to tell you, Pez.
Why isn't he talking about the disappearance of Summer? We all want to know that. We're talking about Chris. We're talking about going to do laundry, like stuff that don't even matter. But we're not talking about your missing daughter.
Yeah, he just woe is me. That's it.
About him and himself. Pez says, me neither, I knew. LaKendra says he will be calling Chris again. So let's go ahead and continue.
I'm trying to say, well, what kind of food did she eat? How come there was no real meals in there? Blah, blah, blah. Do you happen to know what she all ate maybe on June 15th? Did they go out to eat anywhere, have a big breakfast at home before they went somewhere, or how that went at all?
I really don't have any idea on that, but usually her biggest thing that she likes is French fries. She's always wanting to stop and get a French fry and a soda. And, you know, every day before I left for work, she says, Dad, will you bring me candy? Or she'd give me a list. And so every day when I come home, she'd come running down the hill at the truck and meet me and open my door and just say, Daddy, did she bring me candy? And I says, yes, I did. But there was a couple times I'd forget, I'd be tired or whatever. And she'd say, that's okay. You know, I miss her so much.
I can't even imagine, man.
Naomi, you're missing the waterworks.
Candy? Did you get my gum? Did you get my Tic Tacs?
I haven't had to buy candy at all since she's been gone. So I haven't had to buy candy. Every time I saw the gas station, anything. I think about it. And I pull in the driveway. The other day, Candace come pulling in the driveway, and I run out to the truck to get Summer, and I forgot for a minute that she wasn't with us any longer. And so that was really depressing,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish for everything I got that she'd just magically just be home safe.
Mm-hmm.
And there is absolutely no clues. Nobody. We don't know the TBI. Nobody. We have nothing. Don't know which way to go. It's definitely is going to take a miracle. There's no other way than a miracle from God. I mean, that I can see. There's no other way. So I pray constantly. Try to stay in Scripture. And
Naomi.
is a must. I've been trying to do that for quite a while. But I'm not perfect, of course.
Pause it, Naomi.
But I see my baby. If something has happened to her, I'll see her in the resurrection. Jesus pointed out, this life is nothing. This death is nothing. It's the second death that's the one we got to be leery of, is the second death, not this one. This life doesn't even matter. But yeah.
I hate to have to keep asking you these questions now.
Pause it. You got to pause it.
Okay.
Summer.
Sorry, I had to.
He's talking like he knows she's gone.
To me, he's been talking like that. And
Yeah.
even wanted to try to like fix it as like, oh no, I just know it's because I feel this way. I feel like even if my child was gone, I would still talk about them in the present tense, and then he scared up. And I'm just like, nah, I don't believe it. Hey, does anybody else want to hop up on the panel? If you want to hop up on the panel, just let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and where's that? Where is it at? Oh, I know where it is. I always forget this with this new little app. And I'm gonna go ahead and toss it in here. And we're just gonna talk about it because no, it's just not making sense, and we're gonna figure it out. So there we go. But no, he's been talking about her in the past tense.
Right. But he said they were talking, and then he remembered she was gone. Come on. Stop talking about that girl like she's gone, like you know something. Tell it. You know something. That is why you keep saying that. Exactly. You know something, Dawn.
LaKendra says, and if he doesn't know everything by now, his wife has told him something. LaKendra said, he said, saw the gas station, not every time I see the gas station. LaKendra, if you want to come up, come up. Pez, if you want to come up. Whoever is in the building and wants to come up, come up. Because this is for all of us to dissect this, go through this, and see everything. Because even after this couple of part series, I'm going to put it all together and just have a full open panel where we can just go over all of it. And I'm talking about, we're going to go over all the different interviews they've had, and we can put them together and see what we feel. Everybody's gonna have a notepad. We're gonna talk about this. So if anybody else wanna, there we go. We got LaKendra in the building. So hey,
hello, LaKendra.
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good.
Okay, great. So how do you feel about what you just said right now? Because
well, I caught a couple of things.
Talked about her in the past, and sometimes, yeah, you do get that But if it was my baby and I didn't know nothing, I'd be like, where's my baby? Like, she used to love this. She used to love this. She loved this, you know? This was her favorite doll. I wouldn't have been like, I would have said maybe. I don't want to even put it like that because I could have been like, this used to be her favorite doll. We don't know how people talk. But how do you feel about everything that was said?
Well, one of the things when he's after talking about, oh, she loves candy. Candy is in the picture in the car. Grandma supposed to gave her candy. So they asked, well, she didn't eat a meal. He kind of threw in the fries, but had to go. She really just, that's when he said candy. Well, just candy or, something to drink or candy. I caught that little bit like, okay, he's throwing the candy in there because you've seen those pictures and that stuff already on the TV. And then he's like, I'm used to buying her candy, but
Hi, Tracy.
um,
Hello, you. Go
how,
ahead. Sam.
so I can't
I
hear. Okay.
said
Yeah,
Tracy, but go.
like when he said now, it's like, oh, I'll be wanting to get candy. And it's like when I saw the gas.
Uh-oh. What happened to Kendra? She might be popping right back up.
I don't know. Hey, Tracy, how are you, sweetie?
Hello, love. I was just making sure baby had some food, so I might step back out and make sure his stuff is all the way warmed because I got his rice and beans and his shrimp.
All right.
Kendra! There she goes. Let's see.
Say, if you still go to work, so you drive by
Wait,
that gas station still.
Kendra.
Oh, I couldn't hear you.
Stop, because you like fell off and came back on, so everybody's like, what happened? Start all over, baby. Can you hear me? You knew?
Yes, I can hear you.
Maybe because she hear you. Could you tell her to start over because she fell off and then
Lakendra, are you still there, babe? I think she's having issues.
okay. Okay. Well, until then, we're just gonna continue from there and we will allow her back on, no problem.
Some people think because we didn't really hear her a lot, some people think she didn't really speak that much. Was Summer a big talker? Was she more quiet and reserved? Did she know how to swim also and love to swim? We saw a little bit, but people were wondering, does she know how to swim?
Oh no, actually it was my fault. My mic was muted when I came in.
I
Oh,
taught
okay.
him on his back, so he knows how to slow down and take it easy, swim on his back. And when we went out to Pine View Dam, he out across the dam. I was scared to death. But my son Donnie went out and got him, but he scared the daylight out of me out there in that deep
What?
water.
Wait. Who is he talking about? Isn't Donnie his older son?
Hold on. We're gonna back it up. So where we're at. Kendra, you bouncing in and out, and so that's why we kind of started it over. You're back in
Okay.
all able to be turned on a little bit different. But I just put it back about change. That way we can start hearing it.
No, it's definitely
And I'm check on so just
a miracle. There's no other way. Miracle.
What is
whoever
all that noise?
whoever has their thing on sound, put it on mute, please. Or on gonna
I'm been muted.
so Kendra,
Okay.
all right. So we're gonna go back. There we go.
Candace pulling in the driveway, and I run out to the truck to get Summer, and I forgot for a minute that she wasn't with me. So that was really depressing, you know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish for everything I got that she'd just magically just be home safe.
And there is absolutely no clues. Nobody. We don't know the TBI. Nobody. We have nothing. No, don't know which way to go. It's definitely, it's going to take a miracle. There's no other way than a miracle from God. I mean, that I can see. There's no other way. So I pray constantly and try to stay in scripture, and, you know, commandments is a must. You know, I've been trying to do that for quite a while. But I'm not perfect, of course. But I see my baby. If I don't, I mean, you know, if something has happened to her, I'll see her in the resurrection. You know, Jesus pointed out, you know, this life is nothing. This death is nothing. It's the second death we got to. That's the one we got to be leery of. Is the second death, not this one. This life doesn't even matter. But yeah.
I hate to have to keep asking you these questions now. Summer, some people think because we didn't really hear her a lot, some people think she didn't really speak that much. Was Summer a big talker? Was she more quiet and reserved? Did she know how to swim also and love to swim? We saw a little bit, but people were wondering, does she know how to swim?
No, we never taught her how to swim yet. She does. I won't. You know, my son. I taught him how to swim on his back, so he knows how to you know, slow down and take it easy, swim on his back. And when we went out to Pine View Dam, he took off across the dam. I was scared to death. But my son Donnie went out and got him, or you know, but he scared the daylights out of me out there in that deep water, you know. But he can swim on his back. But we would never take our kids anywhere that's unsafe or deep water or anything like that. There's no way. But I even talked to Candace about that a lot. You know, made sure, you know, you can see in the videos of shallow water, you know, everything.
Every day, I die over and over again. But now, I'm going to stop this.
Why is Don over here lying?
With grid-based editing and adding pieces on my e-commerce site,
Naomi.
so I can focus more on the creative part of my business.
Yeah, you guys heard a commercial. I know. You guys will be okay.
No, why is he lying?
No, no, definitely he's a liar.
Yeah.
Definitely he's a liar.
We have a video of that girl swimming, not swimming in the deep, but she's still swimming. Unless her arms are as long as her legs, she can swim.
Listen, this is what he's saying. I'm just going off of what Pops is saying. Pez says, "Poor Summer. She probably just figured she had nothing to say to those people." Tracy says, "I'm
I
good.
don't
Thank
think she could swim.
you."
She can talk. She can talk.
No,
She can talk. Somebody said she can only say 4 words at a time. That's not true. I have a video of her talking.
heard her have conversations.
Yes.
Heard her
What were you going to say, LaKendra?
I heard she can't swim either. So my
Okay.
baby will fool you, and you think she's swimming, she ain't swimming. Doggy pedaling or whatever y'all want to call it with I don't know.
Okay, but
I
doggy paddling is still swimming, sweetie.
learn to swim, but I can't. I
I
can't.
mean, yeah,
I
but I don't think she was
water
swimming.
and come up
No, okay.
like a full like one of those.
Yeah,
Cause
she's not
it's like,
swimming
why would he lie on a question like that? He
because
would have said,
listen,
"Oh yeah, she
those
know how." If you think the mom let her drown, oh no, she know how. He's saying she don't know.
exactly. He has to cover his butt saying that, right?
But do you really think?
No, because if you say she don't swim, then what the hell was she doing in the water by herself?
Wait, do you really
Then
think
that makes her look worse.
that? Because
Yeah, but I don't think he. Mm-mm. I
hold
don't
on,
know. That's a
if
critical like question. That if it
hold
was
on,
me and I was in the situation, I would have been like, "Yeah, she know how to swim," so y'all could think it wasn't a problem. But to say, "Oh no, she don't know how," then it's like, why would y'all have her over there like that?
but
So that no got to be a real no.
hold on. If he has nothing to do with this, he has nothing to hide. So he
Okay, but you
is.
gonna throw Candace under the bus? That's still his wife. At the end of the day, my husband better hold it down for me.
He's been putting everybody on the bus. He put his
Yeah, I know
mother,
he been throwing her under the bus,
everybody.
but
No matter
yeah,
what, he's
that's
putting them
true.
under the bus. And Lakendra, let me tell you something. Did you see the video? You did see the video of her swim in that water, right? You did see her,
Yeah, I
like,
seen a little. She was splashing, and then it seemed like
right.
she decked her head or went under. But
No, she didn't go under, but what it is what I'm saying is the way the water is up to her pelvic. The only way she could be walking her hands on the bottom of the water is if she has long enough arms like her legs.
oh, I didn't see
Oh yeah,
like her hands was touching down all the way into the water.
exactly. Because she can't reach down there. The only way she
No,
can
that
reach
wouldn't
down
be
there
possible.
is if her arms are as long as her legs. And I don't think anybody's arms are as long as their legs.
No.
And she's only 5 years old. That's why I'm saying she doesn't know how to swim. Like, she may not know how to swim like a professional or go across the water, but she can do a little swimming. Because if you notice, they've had multiple videos, and these kids are around a lot of water. They've been in a lot of water, a lot of lakes, a lot of water.
Yeah, understandable. But shoot,
Yeah.
mine too. And the baby can't swim.
Huh?
I said mine too. They water kids. That's all like they do, but the baby can't swim, but the other ones can.
Right, but do you put that baby in harm's way where you put by themselves while you're out there uh,
No, she got that
flimsing
thing
around with a
that go
man
on
or
her
a guy?
arm and buckle around her body. It's gonna keep her up. No, she got one of them.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So if that little girl can't swim, where are her floaters?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she couldn't swim, she didn't need to be in that water by
She
herself
sure
like that.
shouldn't have. No, because the only time you see him going in the water is at that time when he gets up from by that tree, and then he goes up to her and starts splashing her. That's the only time we see him in the water. And the way
I
Candace has it,
think
go
that's
ahead.
what makes me think it was an accident. I think she low key drowned at that water.
So do you think, so you're saying that time that he went in the water, she was drowning?
And he was in the water, he was just like standing further away from her. She
Right.
was
Like he was
still
going
okay
into the
then.
water. Right. He
No,
was
yeah,
going,
she was still okay then. But I'm
right.
saying when camera was off later on before they left, I think she drowned.
So you think it was after she turned the camera off, she went down?
Yeah.
Because somebody did say there's a little bit deeper water there. So if she
I'm
can't
thinking,
swim, she might
like,
have lost her
cause
footing.
in there you could bag up and kind of bag up, and then all of a sudden it dipped down.
That's what
A
I'm
little
talking about.
further. Yeah, that's what I
Like
was thinking.
she might be able to swim in like a low amount of water,
Yeah,
but then because she could almost just get back up. But if she
yeah,
slipped
just
into a
jump.
deep
Yeah,
spot, then she would have went under.
yeah, fully. Yeah. And
You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
that when she went under or whatever, it can go two ways.
Yeah,
Maybe he did grab her and get her out. And
yeah.
then I've heard of dry drowning,
Dry
like
drowning,
after
right?
I know
Yeah, if you.
somebody that fell asleep at home in the night, had
Mm-hmm.
went through the rest of the day just fine, but never woke up in the morning.
Yeah, I heard
And
about
they
that too.
traced it back to the when he was swimming.
Right.
So I don't know. I just got a theory like if Candace, and then I think they panicked, and then I don't know how Don probably really wouldn't have rolled with it. But
Yeah,
who's to say? I tell you what's going on that you ain't gonna like, hey, I need some help here, or
yeah.
whatever. Or
But like
grandma. I don't
the
even
thing
know if
about it
grandma was
is
there.
right. Well, the grandma was there, but
Yeah,
the
because she
thing,
went in the cigar store.
right. So the reason why I'm saying, as far as like, okay, if she did have dry drowning, if she went underwater and she actually got water in her lungs or whatever, whatever, then why did they not take that child to the hospital if she wasn't doing good? Because she wasn't doing good in that car. She wasn't
I
that far from the hospital.
I think panic because Dom's gonna get it irate and crazy. So I gotta come up with a story. Maybe he don't even know
The truth?
and the truth. Yeah. Until
Mm.
I think he learned the truth a little later on.
Yeah, I think he knows about it. He might not have.
Yeah, he knows
I'm saying
about
if
what
he,
happened.
right, if
They
he was,
hid that little girl real well to where we're not gonna find her basically by him saying, oh,
mm-hmm,
it's gonna take a miracle of God to bring
mm-hmm,
her back. Come on
yeah.
now.
He
Or
keeps saying
either
stuff
something
like that.
happened.
He keeps
And
saying
you
stuff
be
like that.
surprised how many people cover up accidents, which is
Hmm.
stupid to
I
me.
feel that they're using
Yes.
the church so much. Do you think that the church has anything to do with it? Just
You said,
what
You was breaking up.
yeah, you're breaking up. What'd you say?
I said. Do you? Ah, it's hot. I'm drinking fun, but I
Oh,
said
that's some good stuff. Fuzz good.
I said. Do you guys feel that
Too bad I can't have none.
art to do it so hard into this?
Okay, so basically, are you asking what? Because you went in and
I
out again.
think
Don't go burning yourself, though.
I know that's why I'm putting it down. Do you guys feel that the church that Don is going to has anything to do with this disappearance of Summer?
no. The
You don't.
church, no.
Okay.
I hope you're right,
Are you
LaKendra.
saying I'm saying the church as a whole is they backing this up or
Uh,
somebody in the church?
anybody in this
If
church?
this kid was taken, I think it would be by somebody of the church before a stranger.
You talking about
Cause
the one that plays the flute all the time?
not just him. I see I mean it could be some other
Wait,
people. It could be nice little
I,
Robin.
Robin, yes.
I mean, it could be a whole lot of people, but
I described the wrong way.
I just think he weird and quirky or whatever weird. So we just look at that as
Robin
weird.
guy
But I just think he a little weird. I don't think he actually did this.
is Robin the flute guy.
No, Robin is the blonde-haired girl.
Oh,
The
I'm
teacher
talking.
she loved so much.
Do
The
you
You're
Sunday
talking
teacher.
about Dotson? Dotson? Is that his name? Dotson, right?
Yeah, that's the quirky guy.
Yeah,
do you
Corky.
think he has anything to do with it?
I don't think so.
Just a thought. Not
I
saying.
got creeped out by him when I saw him on on the video. He creeped me out from the very first time. I've been telling everybody that he creeped me the hell out. I just saw him and I was like, oh, I had chills in my back. Automatic.
And he's the mortician.
For
A
her,
Ooh, that
mortician.
could be another reason why.
but
But he's not working right now.
I guess not.
I'm
He
gonna
might
keep
have got caught putting the wrong person in that, you know what he.
on because I today a really long live. I already said, but I'm gonna continue on because I'm gonna try to get the whole thing with this one. So let's continue.
Okay.
If anybody wants to join the panel, let me go ahead. Is it already there? Yes, it's already up there. Go ahead and join. You don't need just join. Just talk about it. All right, here we go.
I hate to have to keep asking you these questions now. Ugh. Summer,
You guys are gonna see.
some people think because we didn't really hear her a lot, some people think she didn't really speak that much. Was Summer a big talker? Was she more quiet and reserved? Did she know how to swim also and love to swim? We saw a little bit, but people were wondering, does she know how to swim?
No, we never taught her how to swim yet. She does. I won't. My son. I taught him how to swim.
Okay, the only thing I have to say about that is so many of their pictures are all watertight pictures. That's all I'm gonna say. But go ahead.
That's what I was talking about.
Knows how to slow down and take it easy, swim on his back. And when we went out to Pineview Dam, he took off across the dam. I was scared to death. But my son Donnie went out and got him.
I burnt myself.
But he scared the daylights out of me out in that deep
down.
water. But he can swim on his back. We would never take our kids anywhere that's unsafe or deep water or anything like that. There's no way. But I even talked to Candace about that a lot. Made sure you can see in the videos of shallow water.
Okay, and I don't know if you guys, since I'm not showing you guys this actual video, but it goes from like bright daylight till right now it seems like it's getting dark already. So who knows how long and what they've cut out from this video.
Yeah.
Well, it does make a little bit more sense with, I don't know if it's true or not, but Hunter had said she had slipped and gone underwater. So it made a little bit more sense that she might panic a little bit if she couldn't actually swim and, tread water and bring herself back up. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's real leery anyway. She won't go. It's just like around our house. The only time, the boys went down to the creek that time, and she would only go about halfway. She wouldn't even go all the way down there with them. And we taught them to go in pairs, at least in pairs.
Wait, and you guys know what creek he's talking about, right? The creek that Candace was talking about, and she said it barely gets an inch of water. It's just like a trickle of water.
Right.
So what is so leery about a trickle of water? Because when Chris was asking, she's like, yeah, it goes across the whole property, and he's like, oh, well, how high does it get? She's like, oh, barely you can see the water, like the water, water. So why would they be so leery?
Yeah. It's leery because creeks are like, there's lots of rocks in there. You can actually get hurt real bad over there because of the rocks.
No,
It's more than the water.
I understand that, but he's making it seem like this as I adventure over the rocks.
You're going in and out. You're going in and out.
Right. Hello, Etta B. How are you? Hey, Shay Works by Faith.
Hello.
We're always in the building. We're continuing the second part of the interviews, but we're kind of dissecting it. So if you want to jump on panel, feel free. The link is in the chat. If you need it, always write link, and we will toss it in. So we're gonna keep.
Hey, Etta, how y'all doing?
And if you guys just noticed the last little thing he said, yeah, some of them even like to go over to the creek that far over there.
She was
And
very
then he said, yeah, we like to send them in pairs.
right.
How is it a pair? It's 3 boys. So Summer is the pair? A pair is two, at
Exactly
least two. You didn't say all, you said in pairs.
right.
So you got 3 kids, 3 boys. Who is the fourth to make that pair?
But listen, when Candace describes it, she describes it as basically trickling of water. There's nothing to even have to send a kid in pairing. So it just doesn't make sense. But let's continue.
Wait, Lakendra, you talking about when they went looking for Summer? Uh-oh.
Talking about the
No, I was talking about when she was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
continue.
all together, not ever by themselves.
And that's normal. I've taught the kids the same thing in the woods there in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, and that's normal. I think any country folk will understand that, Don.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And every one of them's got a knife, just in case, you know.
so Chris,
Every one of them has a knife. Every one of his kids have a knife.
A knife for what?
He hold on. He just said that. I know I'm not tripping. Hold on. Where are we at? Watch.
One of them's got a knife, just in.
I'll go back a little bit more.
You know, it's just like around our house. The only time, you know, the boys went down to the creek that time, and she would only go about halfway. She wouldn't even go all the way down there with them. But and we taught them to go in pairs, you know, at least in pairs, if not all together, not ever by themselves.
And that's normal. I've taught the kids the same thing in the woods there in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, and that's normal. I think any country folk will understand that, Don.
Yeah.
And
every one of them's got a knife, just in case, you know.
Whoa. Why not a knife? He lets them handle shotguns.
to describe the scenario of your daughter Summer being abducted. He asked you to describe that.
Okay, so he's saying all of them have a knife, so I'm assuming Summer as well. So say she did go on this little
Walk.
okay? And he's taught his kids however he taught them. Even if it's not Summer blood, I think that even for my 5-year-old, if I taught him how to use a knife, you're going to see some type of blood somewhere of him even trying to protect himself.
Right.
Even if not that, the bear or whatever it is, mauling them off.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit confused, but
Yeah. Well, when he said pairs, he must have meant when Summer was around at the time, right? Where he said the boys, 2 of the boys, and then Summer and the other brother, right? Is that what he meant when he said pairs? He must have been talking about before she was missing.
I'm not going to look too deep into it. I think he just meant not one person at a time. That's what I'm
Right. Right. Because that would make no sense. Why would you allow your kids to be out there in the first place, let alone by themselves? So yeah, pairs would be right.
All right. So let's see.
Which they were analyzing yesterday. I was wondering if you could re-describe what you think in your mind happened to Summer, because you had said something.
Now I want you guys to listen to this because Chris asked Candace the same thing, what she think happened. So let's listen to his version.
And they're picking it apart. I'm sure you watched it. So after you answer that, I'll kind of say some more.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, because I know that Summer would never leave from around our house, you know, but she has gone outside by herself a few times. And I'd say, boys, you can't leave her outside by yourself. But we usually, we'd go outside and she'd be right there close by or whatever. So she'd never go far away. And I knew that. We've been trying to teach her that you can't, wild animals, everything else. I've seen a bobcat before.
He's even throwing Summer on the bus right now.
He is, because first they're saying she would never, ever, ever go off by herself. Now they're saying, okay, she has sometimes. Then they're saying other boys, and then come on, what is it?
He's throwing everybody, including Summer, under the bus. That's some bull right there.
But I think I see somebody popping it. Oh no, I thought I saw somebody popping it. But let's go.
Some wild dogs in the area. I've seen them run off across the roads on my way to work with chickens and stuff, And so we tried to teach her the best we could. And so when on my way home.
What is a beautiful woman?
Okay, so a commercial popped up, but either way it goes, from jump, they've been saying she would never, ever, ever go off into these woods. He is now saying on this interview that there's a few times that she has went off, and there's a few times they had to tell the brothers, hey, make sure you're watching her sister because she is a little. So
Exactly.
what is it,
Exactly.
Don?
Exactly.
Find her, for 30 minutes after calling 911. It took me probably 30 minutes to get home. So I knew they were searching around the top of the house. So I drove immediately down to the bottom of the property, figuring they probably hadn't looked down there yet. That's the first place I went, down all the way down to the creek. And when I seen my boys down by the creek, all three of them together, and I seen my neighbor coming around the other side of our hill to my left, I knew at that point that Summer had been abducted, or Summer was not.
What the heck?
Bro, how because you see your boys at the end of the creek, you decided to go to the end of the creek first. Boom, Summer's abducted just because of that.
Exactly.
If Don don't knock it off,
He ain't doing it but telling us the truth.
Don.
He's abducted because you set it up, Don.
I am on the fence when I deal with anybody. I'm not Chris. I'm not nobody else. I just want to understand what you're trying to say, because right now I don't understand. And please let me understand, because all I ever say is make it make sense to me. And what you just said right now is outlandish. Just because you got home, you went to the bottom of the hill, you see your 3 kids at the bottom of the hill, boom, Summer has been abducted. That does not add up. 1 and 1 don't make 17. So I don't understand where that came up from. But if you can make it make sense to me, hey, I'll make it make sense to everybody else if you can make it make sense to me. But that does not make sense. But we'll continue.
Around, because she would never leave from around the house. So I turned the car around and drove. I don't know if I looked in the shed at that time or not, that little shed there at the bottom. I can't remember if I come back or not, but I drove up to the house, and I believe there might have been a cop car or 2 there. I think there was a couple there, if I'm not mistaken. I could be. But, that's when everything started. Time either started slowing down or speeding up or whatever. I don't know, but it was just, I just knew in my heart that she wasn't nowhere around. I knew somebody had grabbed her.
You said, I don't know. I think somebody grabbed her and probably threw her in her car. Now,
How does that equate to I think that somebody has grabbed her? How does anything that he says equates to all this means somebody's grabbed her and threw him in the car? Someone tell me. I want to know because I don't understand. Because if I could put these things together and be like, somebody's grabbed my rabbit, I know for sure because I drove down to the bottom of the hill. I seen my son down there, and that means somebody grabbed my rabbit. Like, how does that make sense to what he's saying?
It don't.
Exactly. So I'm going to continue.
They're trying to say you let slip her so that you know the abductor is possibly a female or possibly maybe your wife took her somewhere. Now me, I explain it away. You're always talking about Summer. That's a her. You have her on your brain, so you just said her. I don't know what you have to say about that.
Yeah, I really don't know. I haven't been able to think right since this stuff's happened.
Yeah.
I still ain't right at all. The only reason I go to work because I've been doing it for so long. I can't even work. I've been to work the past 3 days and I haven't got one thing done.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's bothering you all day.
Oh, it's not you. It's everything else, everything. It's not just you. We want to try to find our daughter and share information with everybody that we trust anyway. And then Candace, she's pretty tore up. I've never seen her like this. So trying to keep her, trying to help her all I can. Like I say, I can't think right. So I could have said anything. It's hard to say.
I didn't really think too much of it. They're just trying to milk the show, whatever.
Well, they're just looking at every little thing you say and overanalyzing it and looking for things that are suspicious. But I always say everything looks suspicious when looked at with suspicion. Mm-hmm. So it's you kind of can't win in that scenario.
That's the thing with the statement I made with Chris is I was, being absolutely truthful, and they can't see the truth. They can't see that I'm just being the plain truth. I don't understand that. Way over analytical and everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other thing too is they're tripping up on the dogs. You're saying you're at work. Candace was gone most of the morning and afternoon to the lake and hospital with Grandma. They're wondering, how did you know that most of the dogs weren't around all day then, if nobody was home?
Well, I don't know if they were there all day or not because I wasn't there. That's impossible. But I just know.
Wait. He just recently said that the dogs weren't there and they leave in a pack.
I don't know if he said that, but he said I can't tell you what dogs are there at any given time because they come and they go. People drop the dogs off, so he doesn't know what dogs are there, what dogs are not. But to me, so you're telling me that this is just, and there's plenty of hills. This is just the hill where everyone says, this is dog, throw your dog hill. They throw their dogs up there and take them.
No, I heard the same thing. They did later after what you saying, Naomi, that he had came out and said the dogs they all leave.
Yep, in a whole pack of them.
In a whole pack, and they be gone.
He said they leave and come back. So how do you know when they leave and come back? Dogs do travel in packs. So how do you
know? They leave and they come back.
Okay, so my question.
So how would he know if they left or came back? Oh,
that
when he got there, they left?
we know that the dogs were not there when Summer was abducted, supposedly?
Right.
That's my
Okay, so Candace will have to answer that, not him.
I
He
don't
wasn't
Exactly.
home.
dogs go
Exactly.
rendezvous and come back. That's not my question. My question is, how do we? He said he wasn't there, so how do we know they were there or not?
Ask him.
Right. Exactly. He don't know. He even say I wasn't there, but I do know that he.
Rewind it a little bit. He had to. He didn't know that question was coming, so he redirected it.
All right.
I'm telling you.
A little bit past the minute back.
Once they like, how would you know if you was at work? Then he goes, yeah, of course. How would I even know if I wasn't there? Like, come on.
Right.
Okay.
And looking for things that are suspicious. But I always say everything looks suspicious when looked at with suspicion. Mm-hmm. So it's you kind of can't win in that scenario.
That's the thing with the statement I made with Chris is I was, being absolutely truthful, and they can't see the truth. They can't see that I'm just being the plain truth. I don't understand that. Way over analytical and everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other thing too is they're tripping up on the dogs. You're saying you're at work. Candace was gone most of the morning and afternoon to the lake and hospital with Grandma. They're wondering, how did you know that that most of the dogs weren't around all day then, if nobody was home?
Well, I don't know if they were there all day or not because I wasn't there. That's impossible. But I just noticed that they weren't around at the time when I got there.
Yeah,
I think one or two filtered in, but for the most part they weren't there. And then the next day they were all there because when they brought the dogs in and everybody was taking pictures and everything, we had to take them all and put them in the back of our Suburban so the cadaver dog or whatever the bloodhound could do its work. So we had to
Wait a minute.
So the dogs came back right in time.
That put all 3,000 dogs, I'm exaggerating, I know, into the back of the Suburban so that the hound dog could do his search when they saying it's like 20. So they were able to gather up each dog to... What were you going to say? Because this just sounds like nonsense. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, basically, how did, never mind. Go ahead.
All right.
I can't remember. I know I said something, but I don't remember.
All right.
get them all. Yeah. Locked up.
So I actually didn't even get to tell you this yet, but I had somebody email me this afternoon, and her best friend is a home health nurse for one of your neighbors. And she sent me an email and said, absolutely, your dogs are always found. In fact, her exact words were, they go to her house and they pee on her car, on the tires of her car all the time. And that, yeah, your dogs are known to be in packs running all down the road and at other people's houses, and they do wander off quite a bit. So
yeah, and these are stray dogs. I mean, we don't claim them as our own because they're all our strays that we just take care of. So we're definitely not going to be claiming them and be liable for them, if you will, because there's dogs that people drop off. I don't know. And I'm not going to shoot them, so.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
That's not nice.
You want to say hi, dude?
Commercial. A few days ago. There's a commercial coming up, so if you guys, it's on right now, so if you guys didn't have anything to say. No? All right, continuing.
I just know you tried to call me, so I was trying to connect. Right. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. That's my pastor, Dave. I'm sorry. Nick might say hi.
Oh, say hi for us.
Yep. Maybe he'll interview with us sometime, him and Robin.
Yeah.
So why did she say him and Robin? Is Robin a, is there some type of relationship thing or
Girl,
She,
these two
well,
are all over the place with people.
and he
I can
said
believe anything
that
with
was
them.
my pastor. So you answered your phone for your pastor, but you didn't answer for your wife when Candace called. Did y'all peep that?
no. The like he's at the church, so the
Oh, okay.
background, and then he, oh yeah, that's my pastor. So
Oh,
and then said, oh yeah, well I may have a question, Pastor Robin. That's why there's something extra that I have not gotten or what?
oh.
No.
No, you're right. I
You never know
probably
what's
didn't hear.
going on. You never know what's going on with these people. Like they're all
Mm-hmm.
over the place. All over the place.
I'll continue. Let me continue.
Him and some of our church members, Robin done an interview with Chris, I think, and now she won't want to do anything anymore either.
I've been talking. Yeah.
Real quick before I forget.
Go
You
ahead.
remember when Don was sitting down doing an interview and he said that that Summer loves like beautiful women, professional women. Well, that's what Robin is like because she's dressed, she takes care of it, she's well kept, and she dresses like a woman.
And he was referring to Robin when he was saying
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's who he was talking about.
Exactly.
so that statement, where are you going from that?
I'm saying that he must have a little something on the side on.
I don't think she'll mess with him.
Not her, him.
Oh,
Because his wife is such a tomboy, wears like she dresses like dudes, she dresses like them teenagers. You know, he wants a woman and he sees her as a professionally beautiful woman. And boom, he thinks that Robin is that because that's exactly what he said.
Have you seen his previous pictures? His
at least she had some man in the house.
Who? Oh, you talking about his wife? Yeah.
Jose.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Jose.
ain't seen
Yeah.
him with nobody.
Yeah.
have you seen his previous mugshots?
Yeah.
He's not too clean and cut himself.
Nah, he look a hot mess.
So
He
you
still look
can't
like a hot mess.
something that you can't even know.
Unless it's a dope head, dope thing. I don't know who messing with
Mhm.
him.
You know what? So,
The only time he's dressing up is to get on that live now. Have you noticed how he gets his little button-up shirt and got his hair combed?
the
They
little
got the money.
Hmm.
yeah.
And I heard that they're going to pay for his attorney fees if he ends up getting caught up in jail time and all that. Just so y'all know.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yep,
the
the
people you're talking
defense,
about
they
on there.
raising money on a GoFundMe or something.
Yeah, voices.
First they was
Voices.
trying to say on that marriage bull crap. Then they switched it. No, it's for his divorce. I mean, defense. What do you need defense if you ain't guilty?
If
Exactly.
you ain't
Wait till
did
that time comes.
if you've done nothing wrong,
Mhm.
what do you
Look
need
what
all that
Didi
for?
said. Look what Didi
Let me
said.
put Miss Didi say, wouldn't you want a real woman if you had a wife that looked like Candace? Hey, I'm pretty sure we
Yeah.
would all want some
You took
walking
the words
around
right
looking
out of
like
my mouth,
Candace
Didi.
around the house, okay?
Better
Because
than
I know
that.
for sure I love me some men, but look, I'm not gonna be
She
able to
looked like a
stand
gopher going
no
down that
Zoom
damn
and
hole. They call
women like
a
that
bear
walking
woman.
around the house.
Oh,
And even
wait.
because I have no problem with the LGBTQ community at all, especially with the school I came from or nothing, but you got to keep yourself intact. We're not going to just have you looking raggedy walking around thinking that you can walk around the house.
Even Kitten says he has a 17-year-old girlfriend. Remember I told you about that?
Oh yeah, keep hearing about that. And so that's another thing that I'm going to talk about. Like I said, I'm only going to do these interviews in 30-minute segments because I don't want these to be so long. This one is coming up to us 30 minutes tomorrow, or even I would do it later on, but I don't want you guys to get too burnt out. But once I hit the 30-minute mark on this, I'm going to cut it and then I will do it tomorrow. Or if you guys want to do it later on tonight, we can do that. I just don't want the videos to be too long to where people can't watch the entire video. If you see what I'm saying. Miss Didi says maybe the money is for the boys' case in family court. Ooh,
No, they get
possibly.
appointed
It could
that
be
for free by him being in minor in family court.
Yeah, they're talking about him if he gets in any
Yeah,
trouble.
it's for them.
They're gonna back him up.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I was thinking a whole nother level. Like what if one of them did it and they're just trying to get things together to handle that. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, you know how like sometimes somebody will say, "Oh, I didn't do it," but somebody and they're saying, "Yeah, we know you did it because we got proof or whatever." He's gonna try to fight it, so
Right.
they're gonna have an attorney for that. That's how they got him
Of
up on
course,
the
he's
show.
a narcissist. He's gonna plead not guilty.
Boom.
Oh, of course. He's so narcissistic. It's out of this world. But we do have like 10 more minutes. I want to get through these 10 more minutes and then tomorrow we'll finish the rest of this one. And I am going to tonight I'm going to be looking into Miss 17-year-old. So we'll be touching on that tomorrow too. But let's get through these 10 more minutes because I do not want to make this video over an hour and 30 minutes. I'm trying to cut down the 3-hour, 4-hour videos. So here we go. Let's go.
Wait, one more thing I gotta say before I forget. Candace at the
Uh-huh.
church at the visuals that they've been doing, she's been going over there barefooted. Barefoot.
I feel like I look like one of those fish off SpongeBob. Just
He did that the other time.
Barefoot.
all right, here we go.
On the hate bandwagon with her, so she's been also worried about her family. So yeah, it's too bad people are doing that.
Yeah, they're just vultures. They gotta hate everything, and like they're even coming after me now.
Yeah.
And I haven't said anything bad about anybody, but they're still coming at me too. Like it's just part of the game.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, she's the sweetest girl ever, and Summer loved her. And every time Summer would go up to her, she didn't just shoo her away. She'd pick her up every time and love on her every time. Never got tired of holding Summer. And I know she was tired, so,
What was Summer's favorite candy? You mentioned she always wanted candy. What would be the number one thing she'd want you to bring home?
It really didn't matter what kind or whatever, but I would always get her a big bag of candy, and I'd say, now you distribute it to your brothers, okay? And she said, okay, Dad.
What kind?
And so I just give her a bunch of stuff, and she'd eat a little bit, but she'd distribute it to her brothers,
Skittles.
Was she a fan of sour? Did she like sour candy?
I don't think so, but I really don't know. I bought her Tic Tacs, just a bunch of different stuff. I can't remember
Tic
what they're
Tacs.
called, everything it's called, but just all kind of stuff. I miss her so much.
I think of Skittles or Annihilators
Tic
or
Tacs.
Blow
I'm
Pop.
thinking of is Skittles. Tic
Because he
Tacs
ain't
give
bought
me
no
the
damn candy. Told y'all where he got the candy shit from.
Let me. We almost done, but Tic Tacs stop.
Do you know? The swimsuit on June 15th. Was she wearing a swimsuit? Where did she put her swimsuit on? At home with your wife? At Hunter's house? Do you know anything about that?
So,
I think Candace would always bring an extra set of clothes. I think she would.
Look.
I didn't get But I'm always at work, you know. But
You
every
making
once in
pieces
a while,
sick.
there, whatever, she would have her swimsuit on. She got out of the water. She had a set of clothes so she could put.
You know all that, but couldn't think of no
Wait,
piece of
who's
candy.
not on mute? Who's not on mute? Because I can hear like stuff in the background.
Can you
Kendra,
see? I'm pushing the button. Oh, it just did. Wait.
all right, here we go. Here we go.
But I'm not exactly sure.
Do you know where the swimsuit is now? Is it still at home? You guys have it at home?
I have no idea, and I wouldn't doubt it if TBI has it, because they come in and the forensics, they took a lot of clothes. They took all kinds of stuff out of there. Our TVs, we had a Canon camera, that's gone, and we had a lot of pictures on that.
Camera.
And so we don't know if we're going to get any of that back. I'm thinking somebody else took it, not the FBI, but somebody else, and I'm thinking we might not get that back. I don't know. I hope we get it back, but it's pretty.
They gave your cell phones back immediately, right?
Yes, yeah. They took them for about 30 minutes or whatever. They took them back and do whatever they do to them.
Yo, he said they took him for 30 minutes. Hunter said that he's had his tech taken for at least 2 months when Chris was talking to him. So
He's lying. He ain't got his phone. The cops have their phones. That's why they have to buy
They
new
have to
phones.
go back and put information out. They don't have a machine with them right there. So that's a lie for
He's
sure.
lying. He's lying.
And it
They
ain't
have
gonna
to
be
buy new
30 minutes. It's
phones.
gonna be at least
but
days, 3 days.
this interview is after Unmasked, after all these other ones. This is like one of the latest ones. So why is he lying? Why is he lying about this?
He's lying because he's lying because he wants to make it seem like they didn't find nothing on him. They got things on him. That's probably why. They
Okay,
didn't
but
get it on
look,
their phone.
let's say they took him for 30 minutes only. That's what he's claiming, right? So, with your phone only being taken for 30 minutes, they found all the information and then deleted everything after 3:30. You said they deleted everything after 3:30 out of your phone.
Right.
How? All that in 30 minutes? Yeah, right.
Yeah, remember he said they deleted their stuff off their phones and they can't get their stuff back for like 30 minutes or something like that. 30 minutes worth of something they took away.
Right.
So are you telling me the cops said, "Oh, let me have your phone for 30 minutes and I'll give it right back"? Bull doo-doo.
Exactly. For 30 minutes, no.
Bull.
Right after this phone station, we're going to cut it and then we'll continue it tomorrow because we're already past. But no, this makes no sense because he is lying. Or listen, I ain't going to say nobody's lying, but somebody is lying. So here we go.
Hey, News, how are you? Welcome.
Right back to us. No.
The red truck. So on part one, when we sat down with you, I don't know if maybe we got days mixed up, but you had on June 15th, the same day Summer went missing, the morning, like before you left for work, the police were there. Is this the same red truck? Is there two red trucks? Are we getting days mixed up? Can we go over the red truck and one last time? I promise this is going to be the last time I ask. And how did that tip come to? Was it you that was the eyewitness? Did a neighbor say it? Or how did the red truck come into play? And when did you? Yeah.
The red truck that they're looking for is an eyewitness account of a truck that was parked at the bottom of our driveway the day Summer went missing, or right around that time Summer went missing. So we don't know who this eyewitness is or what. We don't even know if it's a Toyota Tacoma. We just know it's a red truck with a ladder rack. That's all we really know about it. The other red truck that I took pictures of that morning, I was about 8 days ago or so, 9 days ago, I was headed to work, and there was a guy right there at the bottom of our driveway that wanted me to pull start his four-wheel drive, or his four-wheeler. And so I said I would, and police pulled up and was asking questions and asked if I could pull that four-wheeler over to his truck, and he was high-centered, that little truck that was high-centered there. So the police started asking him for paperwork and all kind of questions and stuff. They all know who I am now, so he wasn't asking me any questions. But I asked if I could take a couple pictures, and he said, "No problem, Mr. Wells." And I said, "Well, I'm heading to work." He says, "No problem." So I guess he helped him get that truck off of there or whatever. I don't know. But
Okay, so this is days. This is different days then.
yeah, it was only about 9 days ago or so when this happened.
Okay.
3 in the morning.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, we got that mixed up then.
Yep. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, people have
I thought last time the police the police asked him if he can help the man in total. Man, nothing.
It's
All right.
different. He
He lying.
said that this truck was days before, and he thought that day, and it had nothing to do with it. So I'm hearing stories about
Yeah.
the truck. But anyway,
You know what? And another thing could have happened. Somebody could have seen something red inside those, grassy and trees area, like from a little ways, and go, "Oh, we saw something red down there." It could have been your damn car. What you talking about, Don?
anything.
Jeep or truck in your driveway, that's your coworker, and they're kind of getting timeline mixed up because they thought maybe you worked with the one guy 7 years ago. How come he was there the day before or whatever? Can we go over that again?
No problem. Okay, so Dudley, the guy that I rehired, worked for our company about 7 years ago. And he went through all of our crews, and everybody fired him, and he ended up, well, first, let me back up. They put him with me first. And I worked with him for half a day, and I went home at 11 o'clock. I come back the next day, and by 11 o'clock, I'm like, there is no way, you're going to have to go. He started, I told him, you go work on that apartment over there, and I'll do this one over here. I don't know what was up with him, or maybe it was me. I don't know. But anyways, I just knew I couldn't work with him. But he went, after that, he went through all the crews and everything, and they all let him go. They didn't, he ended up getting fired pretty much by every crew we have. And, that was 7 years ago. Here it is, in the present time, he gets a job again with one of our crews, and you've
seen us go to a lot of places where our family was being victimized.
They're saying that, he's having problems, this and that. And I thought, well, I'll be the good guy and try to give him a chance and see what we can figure out and work out. And it didn't take long to figure out that I couldn't work with him. But I attribute it to him being on.
So this is where we're going to start tomorrow. We're going to start tomorrow talking about Dudley. So I want to get some more information about this Dudley character, because people are saying Dudley is Billy, and Billy is this person, and this person is this person, and I don't think that to be true. So we are at the halfway mark of the hour.
They're
So
saying Billy is the Billy is the neighbor, right? The guy that was like in their on their property or something. But Dudley is the guy that he worked with.
Yes, yes. But then some people were trying to Billy, the guy that was on the property and that was trying to give the girls hugs and trying to do all this little stuff with the girls and flirting with the girls and things like that. So that's why I'm like, I don't think this is the same person. I think people are just mixing things together.
Yes.
So
Do
That's
he
exactly.
even talk about the one that stayed in the shed on his property that got kicked out from his wife and stuff?
I
I'm
think
not
that's
sure.
Billy, right?
Yeah.
that
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Billy.
Billy. And then Dudley is the guy that he worked with.
so is he gonna bring him up? Have anybody checked him over, like with a fine tooth comb, or asked?
Girl, this
Huh?
man has been blaming everybody. I mean, if I walk up to him, he'll say I did it. What do you I mean, like
Yep.
literally everybody.
Oh.
That's why I'm like, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more digging because it's basically I said, she said, that I heard, that she said, that we all said, and that's not cool. We need facts. And I just don't like to just talk off of whatever. I want facts. I mean, I'm cool doing this type of stuff, talking, having theories and stuff like that. But I need some facts of what's going on. And I don't feel like Don, nor Kansas, nor nobody's giving me that. Like, I'm ready to take a trip out to Texas. Like, believe me, if my funds were like up to par, I'd be out
Tennessee?
there. Just like I was out there to Vegas. I'd be out there like, John, we got some things to discuss.
You mean
Like,
Tennessee?
really, yeah, to Tennessee. Really, me and Candace would have some things to discuss because Don, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He was not there. I'm not gonna make this man.
No, turn on.
But you know what? You know what? I know what you're saying as far as we don't know for a fact that he's guilty or whatever, but a person who would put their child under the bus, make them seem like they're doing wrong, to me, that'll tell you right there that he's up to no good.
Ken Smith says his name was Jose. Now, Jose was the guy that came out and was. Background.
You breaking up.
Hold on.
They have zero plan to rescue any Americans. And according to the Wall Street Journal, this is the return of America held hostage. Some 15,000 U.S. citizens and residents are behind
My back.
lines, and there's no easy way to get them out. That's just a
Any
fact. They've allowed it,
Jose,
and as we
a
speak,
friend that came
other
down.
countries at least trying,
Uh,
and
was
extract their citizens with their special forces.
back
For example, the British are
and he ended
operating,
up staying,
but the
and
United States has
some type
adapted
of
such
not
programs.
affair.
The press
It was an
conference,
affair.
Department of Defense
Candace was
told
a little
us
drinking,
military
started drinks,
to
started
protect
up,
the
and a little bit of playfulness went on.
according to the
But
state in a
that
memo
not,
United
and
States
Jose is
not
who I
say
said I have a
to the
problem with.
Howard
Candace
National
said
Airport.
one
What they're
person
suggesting people might think about
that, and
going there, so we
did
can't
not
prevent you
come back and
there.
flip
You
out. It
breaking
wasn't
up
like
bad.
a
Airport that
and
people
then,
will
oh,
take great risks to
well,
get
this happened
only
and I'm afraid
if
my
you're
kids. No,
You
she
breaking up real bad.
on vacation again. According to reports by the administration, they're looking for what they call non-military ways to
she
move
said something for him to
the
want
okay?
to come back and see what was going
Mm-hmm.
on. So it wasn't just,
Looks like outside of the airport,
some made up thing. So I feel like Candace has something to do with her
with
little note that she wrote, and that's why she did apologize. Because at first I was like, no, he made her apologize, but that wasn't the case when you see more going on into it. So we
Mm-hmm.
will talk about that. Let me see. News should be in the building. News, can you hear me? You
Can you
knew?
hear me now?
I
Okay, there
can
we
hear
go.
you. Yeah. I had to mute LaKendra because it's too much going on. But yeah, so uh Jose was someone that came down, ended up staying for a while, ended up doing a little too much, got Don a little bit jealous. Billy is one of their friends that was staying in the shack because he was dealing with some marital issues. That is another person. Dudley is somebody from the job. So it's like all these different names are being incorporated, but everybody needs to be in their own lane and figured out who's where, when, and why. If that makes sense. Do you have anything to say? Let me see.
Knock on wood.
Right. Okay. So there's nothing to be said. Shay says someone's TV is loud. Yes. Fix that whole little situation. But you knew. Do you have anything to say before I cut this short? Because I'm going to continue exactly from this point tomorrow.
Okay.
Because too many people, too many men being introduced to this story, and they're trying to mix everybody up, and they need
Mm-hmm.
to be in their own lane where they were at
Mm-hmm.
all in time because they're trying
Yeah.
to mix people. That's not right.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
go ahead.
from the very beginning, Don said his kids they were acting weird because they weren't acting the way they should, where they're sad and falling apart, basically. But then she said they can't stop crying. Which one is it? Did they stop crying or did they not act the way y'all wanted them to act? See what I'm saying? Throwing them under the bus. That's
Did
their
you see in the
child, huh?
did you see in the did you see in one of the beginning interviews where he was just kind of holding his arm? He didn't look bothered at all. The little boy.
Yeah, he wasn't crying. He just looked like, get your hands off of me to me, because he didn't even want his dad's hands on him.
He didn't look bothered at all to me. Hey
Mm-mm.
guys, I know I said this since the beginning, but if you guys can do me a real quick favor, jump right out, hit those thumbs up, because I see we got enough people in the building. So hit those thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you have already and you're not receiving my notifications, because I know I do pop-ups, but hey, I got my laptop, I got all my stuff for school, so I will be having a set schedule to where I'm coming in. But until then, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Click it, unclick it, make sure it's clicked because they're not letting everybody know. But hit me with that thumbs up and that subscription. Go ahead, what were you saying?
I was just saying, how could, if he's such a good daddy, how he makes himself, he's such godly and he's God's child and this and this and that, but then you're gonna throw your own child on the bus and say that he didn't look sad, or he didn't look like he was and then she says, oh, they've been crying, they've been falling apart, basically. And I'm like, really? Y'all just throwing your kids under the bus left and right. Now, what Candace said makes more sense to me, because she's the mom and she's being a mom, saying that her kids are sad about their sister being gone. But he's saying that the kids are acting weird because they're not crying and they're not falling apart. Why are you trying to throw them under the bus? You trying to say they did something to Summer?
Exactly. And Kid Smith
What's
says,
next?
right to the mix. Yes. We seeing pictures with Summer naked with all these men around in a tub. I want to know who each and every one of these people are. All these men around. All we have is Candace is the other female. And
Mm-hmm.
Allison, whenever she was around. Everyone else is a man. We gonna dissect this just like a piece of pie. We need to get this together because a lot of this is not making any sense.
Right. And I want
They're
to know
trying
who
to
took that picture of that girl naked like that in front of them men too. That's not an
it
okay
was
picture. And you post it
no
on your Facebook?
social media. Like no, like that is just now it's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we will start off from the whole Dudley situation. I'm gonna take it back a little bit. We're gonna start off from Dudley. I'm gonna see what else I can find about each one of these individual people because they're trying to make a little web. We're gonna untangle this web. We don't need this web. We need to know who was where, when, what, why. And we will be starting tomorrow. Make sure you look out for my little video because I don't know if I'm going to come on at 2 or 4 o'clock, but it'll either be 2 or 4 o'clock. So I will see all my lovelies. And I told you guys I will find you guys a new name as soon as you guys come up with one. I just call you guys my lovelies. But I will see you guys tomorrow around the same time, and we will discuss this. It'll be the last part of this part 2. And we're going to handle some things. Let me see. Lakendra
Restream.
says, huh?
No, Restream sent you a thing. It says I received 100 messages today from Restream. What?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Lakendra says, Candace, did she think this was funny? And then Shay Works by Say says, please, peace and blessings.
Blessings.
Love all you guys. Love everybody that showed up. Like I said, by November, I want to do a giveaway. So shout out to your friends, family, whoever, because you guys never know who's gonna need the help. Okay, at any point in time, subscribe, get it all down packed. I see y'all later. Love y'all.
Have a good night, everybody, and make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Thank you for coming. Bye, y'all.